Hey guys, so we have something really exciting for you to do today for reading, and it is to make a memory book of your school year. So I'm going to show you kind of how to navigate this, okay? So these are all the slides that are included in your memory book, okay? The first slide is just kind of your title page. So it says type name here. So you're gonna highlight it. I normally just click 3 times. And I'm going to put Miss Monteith because it's my memory book. And I'm going to put third grade. Okay, so this is my third grade memory book. And then the next slide is my favorite book I read this year was. So you may have a favorite book. It may just be one that you read on your own. You may have a favorite story that we did in class, maybe one of the books that Miss Young read to you. Or maybe one of the Storyworks stories that we read, maybe the Titanic story that we read, or the Penguins. I know a lot of you loved the cowboy book that Miss Young read, so maybe that was your favorite one. But if you can't remember the name of it, that's okay. You could even put the cowboy story. Okay, something like that. And then it wants you to list the main characters. So I don't remember the main characters in that story. So I'm just gonna make some people up. So Bubba, Ellie, and Charlotte. Okay, and then a summary of the book. In this story, Bubba and Ellie fall in love and get married. I don't know. I'm just making this up. I'm just showing you how you would do it for your favorite book or your favorite story. Okay. So the next page is this year my teachers were, and then it has places where you put adjectives. An adjective is a word you use to describe. So my teachers were crazy, funny, goofy, silly. I don't know what we were. So let's see. I know we were definitely crazy. So what you do is you replace where it says adjective with words that describe your teachers. So crazy, silly, wild. Let's see. Aliens. I don't know. Just whatever you want to put there. Okay. This is your memory book. Okay. The next page is some of my classmates were. So you're just going to think of some of your classmates. So Elliot, Kason, Jake, Kinley, Carson. Okay, so you would fill all of these out. Okay, I'm not going to just for the sake of time, but you would fill all these out and put some of your classmates' names. And then on the next one thing I will always remember about this year. Now, this one I want you to think about. Okay, and I would have to think about it for a while. One thing I will always remember about this year. So something that happened, maybe you made a best friend. So I might say I met my best friend in the whole wide world this year. Her name is Gina. Okay. Or it might be something, it might be the field trip that we took. Maybe that's something that you'll always remember about this year. Maybe you'll always remember your teachers. Maybe you'll always remember the fun day that we had outside. Remember when they brought inflatables and did all that cool stuff outside and had cotton candy and snow cones. So I don't know what it is, but I want you to think about that one for a while. Don't just jot something down. My favorite subject was, mine, of course, is reading. You guys know I don't like math. It was my favorite because I love to read and I love stories. Okay, so you have to put a reason why that's your favorite. And then the next one, the most important thing I learned this year. This is another thing you're really going to have to think about. Is it your multiplication facts? Did you learn to be a better reader this year? Did you learn something from second step that maybe the most important thing you learned this year wasn't academic? Maybe it was to treat other people with kindness. Maybe it was to be a good friend because of something that happened on the playground. I don't know what the most important thing you learned this year, but it may be something to do, with academics, and it may not. So think about that. And then the next one, the funniest thing that happened this year. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I think the funniest thing that happened this year was, but I will tell you a couple of years ago, we had a little boy get stuck in a chair. Like, he literally got stuck in the chair. We couldn't get him out. And so that was the funniest thing that happened all year. Like, we talked about that over and over and over again. And that was our funny moment. So you think about your funny moment from this year, something that you just look back on and think was so funny, and type that memory there. The next one is field trip memory. So think of your favorite field trip memory. Was it digging in the rocks? Was it getting to sit next to your best friend on the bus? Was it going to CC's and eating all the, pizza on the buffet? What was your favorite field trip memory? And then last one is my feelings. So I feel sad to leave third grade. And if I'm being honest, because we won't get to see each other until next year. So that's what makes me sad. But I hope you don't feel sad. I hope you feel happy to leave third grade because you get to go to fourth grade and you learned a lot of stuff and you're excited. So just type your feelings, what you feel, and why you feel that way. And this is going to be your memory book of third grade, and it will be on your Google Drive forever, all the way until you are a senior. And you might be a senior and you might open this back up and be like, wow, I did a memory book for third grade. I forgot all about that. So do your best on this and take your time, and I think you'll enjoy it. Bye, guys.